Hey guys, welcome to Bar Z. My name's Stan, and welcome to another episode of The Grind. It's been an awfully long time since I put out an episode of The Grind, way before Summer Bash. So this is just kind of a mix-up of things we've been doing around the shop lately, and get you guys caught up, and put it in kind of a neat format, you know. So let's get started. First up, I want to thank everyone that donated to Samantha's GoFundMe for her camp attendance and for training her service dogs. I believe that campaign has come to a close and the goal was met, and I sure appreciate everyone that donated. In addition to that, we've got our winner. I've got their Share Tomiko boxed up, ready to go. It's immobilized within the box, so it's ready to go. Also got some decimal charts coming at you, and no order would be complete without a sample of anchor lube. So those are going out to the lucky winner, and our winner over at the GoFundMe for the best joke was Kurt Kengott. Kurt Kengott, if you're watching this, shoot me an email and give me your mailing address. I need to get your stuff to you. And his joke over there was, you guys ready for this? It's really good. What did the stoplight say to the car? The answer is, don't look at me, I'm changing. So Samantha got a kick out of that one, and she selected it herself, and Kurt Kengott, congratulations. Okay, next up, the blocks that I was squaring up in a recent video. Tons of people are asking me, what are they for, what are they for, what are they for? Well, I'm not going to go into super detail, but this is a completed block. As you can see, it's no longer a block. It's got some threads on it and some features in it and some holes drilled in it, you know, clean through, and ports and things like that. So that's what this turned into. Some of you guys know I was making actually some threading gauges last week. So I mean, we've got this as a left and right thread gauge. So I've got male and female thread gauges there, and this was to create a standard, or a shop standard, to check these blocks. So this female thread gauge is to test this block here, as so. So that's what those thread gauges were for. So people were asking me, why'd you make them out of aluminum? Well, you know what, they're just threading on plastic, so why not make them out of aluminum? It's just easier to work with, and I'm not threading them on anything super hardened or anything like that. So, all right, so that's the name of that tune, and that's what those big square blocks turned into. Next up, let's go. Andrew Podaka over at Tool Miser had an issue with a very specific stare-at indicator, which is kind of an old school indicator. It's the back plunge type stare-at. Let's go look at my results with a modern Mitsutoyo. Hey guys, with all this talk about the the rook and having some issues with the magnet being so close to a mechanism or things like that. I've got it on one of my good Mitsutoyos. Mitsutoyos are pretty anti-magnetic. Got a lot of brass in them, got some plastic in them, you know, aluminum backs and things like that. So I've got a rook mounted here to the back. I don't know if you guys knew this, but you can use that stem to go right on a lug back. So you can mount your indicator right on it like that, not just use those holes, but you can also mount a lug back right on it. I've got this part of my carriage clean, and I'm going to put the rook on here and run it up. I'm just going to zero up on it right here. And I'm going to zero right there. All right, I'm happy there. Now let's pull that stem out, make sure it repeats. All right, I'm hitting zero every time. You probably notice in the background there's some gauge blocks down there. Let's do 1 dial rev. This is 100 thousandths, so that's 1 revolution. Oop. There we go. Okay, gauge block in, looks good. I'm also plagued by the fact that little surface right there is not perfect. Let's do 3 revs. Here's 300 thousandths. I bumped it. I hope I didn't screw anything up. No, we're right there. There's 3 dial revs. Look at the little dial. We're on 0. So good. Repeatable. Snaps back to 0. So it's 300. Let's go 1/2 inch. Here's 500. Now if I bump this thing, all bets are off. But so far so good. Okay, there's 500 thousandths on 0. There's half of my dial on my secondary. Snap back to 0. Let's go full scale. Here's 1 inch. So we can do this without pulling everything out. Pulling it out cattywampus. Okay, there we are there on 0. And back down to where we were. So pretty much no issues. You know, this is a pretty standard setup when you got it set up on the carriage on your lathe. You know, poor man's DRO. So that's seems okay with a regular type indicator. So pretty happy with that. All right, just thought I'd do that test for you guys. Okay, well my results were favorable. I mean, I gauge block set, tested it as many different ways as I could think of. Repeatable results, that's always been a really good indicator. It does say right on the face of that, and in the documentation, it's anti-magnetic. So a lot of the Mitsutoyos are anti-magnetic. But that's my test for the Rook by the Tool Miser. Next up, I got a belt from Mitch Rosen. I went ahead and ordered myself a belt, just a regular wearable belt. Let's go take a look at this thing when we get it out of the box. Okay, so we got a package in from Mitch Rosen, Extraordinary Leather. And I went ahead and ordered something. I ordered just a plain belt from them. They sponsored the Summer Bash. They gave us some nice things to give away. One was a shop apron and some gift certificates. And I just ordered a new belt because I wanted to check it out. I didn't have anything that he made here, so I ordered myself a belt. And nicely packaged. Copy of my receipt there. Nice. This is a, what is this? This is a black 42 inch, 1.5 inch. It's called something though. What do they call it? Maybe it's on there. I think it's called an Express or something like that. They make wide ones for like law enforcement, but this is the standard width. What a beautiful piece that is. And the smell, gotta be, yeah, it's called an Express. Made in USA. Looks like a solid brass buckle. Oh, Mitch Rosen stamped right on the buckle, right there. Pretty cool. So he must have his own buckles made for him, or he makes them there himself. What a wonderful thick piece this is. Nice value. Wasn't that expensive for a belt that's going to last you easily 5 years. Better than those cheapies you buy at Walmart for sure. So thanks to Mitch Rosen. Go check him out on the web. If his website is anything like his paperwork, it's going to be beautiful. For all you gun guys, go check him out. He makes some very fine holsters and shooting accessories. So go check him out. Mitch Rosen, Extraordinary Gun Leather. Okay, so that's one heck of a belt. You know, that thing is really comfortable. It's a little stiff to get through the buckle and get buckled up, but it's going to break in nice. He actually gives you break-in instructions with it, and I look forward to many years of service with that belt. That thing is extremely well built, and I wish you could smell what it smells like taking it out of the box and out of the bag. All right, next up, and I did this on a live show, but next up, let's go do a box opening. I got a box from Jim Bollinger. He told me it was coming. He said it's just from me to you. So let's go do a box opening. Okay, I hope you guys aren't tired of me opening boxes, because I'm certainly not tired of opening boxes. And I went through this already, so this is kind of a new thing. This is from my buddy Jim Bollinger. He sent some Lincoln apparel over here, and just real nice stuff. This is a welding jacket. Now it's got, it's like a fireproof cloth jacket, but it's got leather sleeves, and it's from Redline Apparel. Out in front, Lincoln Electric on the front of it, but just a nice heavy welding jacket, and you know, it'll go full button up, tight to your neck. So you don't get a welding burn on on the front of your neck. It's got pockets on the sleeves for soapstone and scribes and things like that. But what a beautiful coat that is. Very, very nice. And this was just a wonderful package that Jim Bollinger sent over. And I thank you for the jacket. That's going to come in really handy. The big item in there was this welding hood. Lincoln Electric Motorsports right there. Auto darkening. The controls are on the bottom, which is kind of nice. My other hood, they're way up on top, and you got to reach through the headband and stuff to get to the buttons and the knobs. But it's kind of nice that the controls are down low on this one. And it's got a really nice headgear. It's got a nice little swing away with a padded back, sweatband in the front, and 2 headbands across the top. Single headbands sometimes slip around. So pretty cool. Very nice hood. Thank you, Jim. I got there's a bag, obviously, for that to go into. That'll keep your welding hood protected. Nice pair of TIG welding gloves. Like calf skin or something, just super soft, a lot of good dexterity there. Red, white, and blue welder's cap. Also known as a sweat cap. You can wear that underneath your welding hood. Pretty cool. Foose Designs bandana. Also Lincoln Electric. Pretty cool. What else we got in here? Oh yeah, we got a pair of just sleeves, which are leather sleeves. You got kind of a cloth upper up here, and then leather down probably from about your elbow down. So nice pair of sleeves for keeping you from burning your arms. Especially nice doing overheads. And another pair of just kind of plain old work gloves, but again, that really nice calfskin leather, Lincoln Electric branded. And this is all Redline welding accessories. Take a look for them, or take a look at them at your local welding supply. But Jim Bollinger, I sure appreciate all this stuff, and this was a wonderful welding package, and I sure appreciate you taking the time to box it up. and get it for me and send it out. Thanks, buddy. All right, back to me. All right, thank you, Jim Bollinger. What a wonderful surprise that was. Really outfitted well for welding equipment here in the shop and welding apparel. So very nice, and certainly do appreciate it. Thank you again, Jim Bollinger, and thank you, Lincoln Electric. I know it was from Jim, but Lincoln might have played a little part of that. All right, last up in this episode of The Grind, I want to talk about my live show. I've been doing a live show, throw it up in the evening, in the morning. It's super easy to set up. I just set up a webcam. I got this little blue microphone I use, a little broadcast mic. I got some decent internet up here in the shop, not rocket fast, but I'm able to broadcast fairly easily, and it's fun for me, and I think it's fun for you guys that tune in. We just have kind of a live question and answer session. Pretty much anything goes. We never know what we're going to talk about. We did it this morning. We talked about electric self-driving cars, magnesium fires, and something else. I don't know. We talked about a bunch of stuff, and but it's just kind of a fun get together, and I hope it's as much fun for you as it is for me. I'm having a pretty good time doing it. So stay tuned for my live shops. I think we're up to number 6 already. They're so darn easy to put up. You throw up a camera, you fire up the laptop, you create the link, and hit the go button, and just start talking and see who shows up and who asks what. And you never know what's going to pop up. So it's good times. So stay tuned for more of those. We'll try to do them once or twice a week when we're here in the shop. When we're out doing field work, all bets are off. But if we're here in the shop, be happy to do it for you. Oh, another thing about it is you don't have to. Edit time is gone. I don't have to go into my office, sit down, and put together a video. You do it live, and it turns into a video and it goes up. But you don't get the fancy title cards, you don't get the fancy credits at the end, but it's what it is what it is. Just raw and uncut. For those of you that like reality TV, you know what? YouTube is reality TV. What happens here is real. It's not the fake stuff that you see on the cable networks. All right. I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in to this episode of The Grind. I know it was a little bit short, but I appreciate everyone tuning in. I know your time's valuable to you. We'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.